My name is Mr. Gillum, and today we're going to be looking at an example problem from your Practice and Problem Solving book on page 123, and it has to do with positive and negative numbers. So it says that Gareth is graphing some numbers and their opposites on the number line below. He has partially completed the number line as shown, and there are some blanks in here I can see. I think the first question asks you to fill in the blanks, so I'm going to let you do that. There's a few things I do want to talk about as far as opposites go and as far as categorizing numbers goes. So the first thing I want to mention is that 0 is in the middle of the number line. If we fold the number line on 0, every number will line up with another number. It just so happens that those numbers are called the exact same thing, except for one side is positive, one side is negative. You'll notice that on 2 and 4, there is no plus sign. Okay, you don't see a plus sign there. Oh, we know those are positive numbers. We know that without having to write the plus in front of them. So rest assured, whenever you have just a number, I'm going to assume that it is positive, and you do not need to write the plus sign in front of it. You'll notice on -2 and -5, they do have a negative in front of them. That's how I know that those are negative numbers. Okay, I know we talked about this a little bit in the notes, but I want to go over this again. There's different types of numbers. The natural numbers, I'm going to highlight in green here. Those are from 1 to infinity. Those are just numbers that are not fractions or decimals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? From 1, 2, 3, 4, and they go on forever. Okay? The whole numbers, right, big O in the middle of whole, start at 0 and increase just like the natural numbers. No decimals, no fractions. And so they start here. And then the integers include all the whole numbers and the natural numbers, but also negative numbers. Again, no fractions and no decimals. So that would be everything. So there's 0 and from the left and the right. Everything is included on the integers. That is a whole number, but all the whole numbers that are positive or negative. 0 is its own opposite. Okay, it is neither positive or negative. Okay, and finally, I want to show you again how to graph a number like -2 1/2. I'm going to do that in blue. If I wanted to graph the point -2 1/2, I would think of that as 2 1/2 on the positive side. That would be 2 1/2. And then I would fold that over and I would think about what number is exact 2 1/2 below 0. So again, I went 1, 2 1/2. It's in the positive direction for positive 2 1/2. Negative 2 1/2 would be 1, 2, and another half in the negative direction. That would be -2 1/2. Many students want to put -2 1/2. They want to look at the number line, find -2, and then move a half, and they go the wrong direction. This -2 1/2 represents 2 1/2 spaces away from 0. This dot, the incorrect dot, would only be 1 1/2 away from 0. And so that's why it's incorrectly placed. Okay, so I just want to go over all those things with you before you start your homework.